Raising children and youth in the computer age. We're living with and by information. Information provided to us and to children may be classified in three containers. One, they could be entertainment games such as fun cartoons and movies. They could also be in the way of education, where the children are learning something new, how to do something, be something. Or three, transformative, where you want to use the information to grow a mindset or transform a particular mindset to something nobler and better. Raising children and youth in the computer age is a super important focus. We need to raise our awareness that our houses are under siege. We are being invaded without us knowing. Knowing what is against you will make you prepare for you to combat it effectively. Today, there are so many programs out there that children are chasing. And some of them will be beneficial. So I want to talk about the beneficial use of computers in children. I want to also talk about the dangers of the use of computers to children, and then managing the use of computers. And by computers, I mean the laptops, the smartphones, the tablets, all of them. I call them simply the screens, or having screen time. A Pew research in America stated that 66% of parents say that parenting today is much harder than it was 20 years ago. And the only reason is that today, children are really fixed to computer systems. Children usually love bright colors, and parents are usually fascinated when their 3 months, 6 months, or 3-year-old child shows some wizardry in computers or their laptops or smartphones. And parents, therefore, will throw it at them very easily to use. You know, children learn by examples. So when they see parents using these equipment, they also want to participate. Parents also even love calming their tantrum children using computers. Just throw the child some, smartphone, and let the child be playing his or her favorite game to keep quiet. By age 3 to 4, a child is developmentally ready to participate in the use of computer and computer systems. Other children may use it to learn some DIY programs to improve their knowledge base, and then gain some new abilities. Younger children may use it maybe to learn new words, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, and music, and so on. Watching and listening to computer systems with your children is very important as parents. Otherwise, you do not know really what they are participating in. So let us speak briefly about some of the dangers of using computers. Basically, distraction. Spending too much time on the screen, watching pornography, watching games. And some of the games are really dangerous. They are installing in your children the act of war. You know, there's a computer program where you kill as many people and you get scores by the number of people you kill. What future are we raising out of these children? Learning on the screen gives you what I call passive and non-interactive learning. And next, you are really disengaging from humanity, from personal touch. And when all of our learning is by screens, we will lose touch with humanity and lose compassion. What world are we creating for the future? This is why it's important that, yes, use the screens, but use them productively. Further dangers will include what I call tunnel vision. That is one of the worst. But the child's mind is just about, this is all there is. A child will sit in the room and will not be conscious of anything in the environment. All they know of is that they are with the screen. And this causes reduced attention. Today, many children are suffering from ADD, attention deficiency disorder. And it's all coming from our screens. Further dangers will include even health issues, where the child goes into what I call binge eating, obesity, and then insufficient sleep, short-sightedness, because the eyes are always focused on something right there in the palm. You are developing the eyes differently. It also creates social challenges, poor social engagement. They are now shy. They can't mix up with humans because they feel they don't belong there. They belong to screen. It also gives them psychological issues, learning difficulties, and having challenges in coping with their behaviors in the midst of other people. And morality issues. Many times your children are participating actively in pornography acts, and many parents are not conscious of this. As I said, your child goes to the game where he's only learning how to kill, and what are you creating in future? A person who learns how to kill wants to bully people. He or she grows up and wants to bully his or her partner. And when he or she gets into power, because it's all about power games, most of the games, let me be in power to conquer that nation. And we have all of the war mind created right here. So let's talk about ways in which we can manage this. There's nothing wrong in having screen time. And children between ages 2 to 5 may have probably just an hour. And then 6 to 12, maybe 2 hours a day. Manage this. And have productive programs for your children where they learn or research on something or do their homeworks, and ideally participate with them. Have what I call quality screen time with your children. So don't give them all of the space by themselves alone. And every screen time, whether it's television, whether it's laptop or the phone, smartphone, make sure you end by asking the child, what has the learning been? So every time, screen time means learning time. Learning means I'm acquiring some skill that will advance my life. Learning is just sitting down and having games. So have quality screen time with your children. Schedule learning period with them. Again, institute family time. We have screen time now. Next hour is what? Family time. And the family time, encourage the children to speak about what they can do, will do to make the life of other person in the family better. What will your son, a 4-year-old son, do to make this life better? Discuss this. Oh, I will watch the plays and do this so that you will have time to really study and work more and make money and feed me. It's becoming interesting. Engage them in programs like that. So they are having family time as well. One key I have used with children, which is very effective, is to enable them have what I call value for themselves. Children have beautiful visions about, when I grow up, I will do this, I will have a big house, and wonderful. Allow them to express those visions and then put value to the vision. So all this will cost how much? If it's a 4-bedroom house, it will cost $1 million. Do you want that? And then what else? And a big garden, another $1 million. And this and that, keep adding value. So let's say your child ends up with his or her dream 10 years time from now. And the child is maybe 17 years or 16 years. You say, okay, so it all comes to $6 million. Meaning, every hour, you must have $103 saved inside you. How do I come by the time value of $103? The child's future vision is 6 million. Divided by 10 gives us the yearly value. Divided by 365 gives us the daily value. Divided by 16 gives us the hourly value. Because our working period is 16 hours. 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours maybe for your company, and then 8 hours for other sidereal jobs. So you get $103. The question now is, anytime you are chatting, you're on the screen, are you gaining that amount of value in your soul? When the value grows in you, tomorrow it will birth. You must always be pregnant with your values before you give birth to them. You must always plant the farm of your value before you can harvest. When they get this type of teaching, now they want to put value on the time they spend on the screen with their friends and so on. Define even friendship to them, because friendship is a special relationship in which you help one another to become better. So are you making your life better or the life of somebody better by the time you spend with them? Teach them sex, because they've been watching it on your smartphones and on the computer anyway. So they wouldn't need to find new information there. They know it all already. I also encourage you, win them to nature. They've got screen time. Now, nature time. Go out to the field, go out to the wild, walk on the streets, go to places, the parks, and so on, and let them be engaged with life. Nature tours, social engagement, parties with friends, families, and so on, where you are all participating. Creativity and play with other persons. Above all, and finally, I'll say there are many parental control tools on the net and on many media platforms. So please, parents, learn these parental control tools so you can use them to Create limits and boundaries within which your children can explore. And as they evolve, they grow, you keep opening these boundaries for them. You know what? The world we are having now is the world we have created. If it's not a good one, the future is what we are creating now. And we do that by strengthening the present generation, by participating with them in what they want to participate with and in. I encourage you parents to really participate with your children. So together, we raise the world we want to experience. What is the beautiful world you want to experience? And what are you doing to be part of it? Thank you so much for listening. And I know that some parents, somebody somewhere, has learned something and has got something to practice or apply. Peace.